We're going to talk about all of that for you. And our international affairs commentator, Doug Herbert, is joining me here on SAT with more on it. I mean,
Morning
Doug,
again,
good to have you with us. I mean, it does seem, doesn't it, like this power grid is really on the verge of collapse.
On the verge, and that's the Ukrainian authorities giving these warnings. Look, the Ukrainian power grid, the energy, the water in Ukraine has been in what's called electricity deficit, Stuart, since around October, when the real intense barrage of missile and drone strikes began. And what does that mean? It means that Russian missiles and drones have been intensely targeting across Ukraine, distribution grids, high voltage power lines, substations, everything that make up what we call the energy network of Ukraine that supplies the millions of civilians, those who at least remain in the country. What it amounts to is, contrary to Moscow's insistence that these are merely targeting of legitimate military targets, it amounts to effectively a terror campaign, in a sense, against a civilian population with the aim, if not explicit, at least implicit, the aim being to plunge millions of Ukrainians into freezing darkness as an extremely cold winter sets in and to leave them there. When I was talking about electricity deficit, I'm talking about power outages, rotating power outages, but rotating in the sense they can last, Stuart, in many cities up to 12 hours a day. That is, all their waking hours, if not all of their sleeping hours. So the conditions are becoming in many areas what Ukrainian health officials, authorities are saying are almost unlivable. And, you know, they're almost suggesting if people have an opportunity to get to places where they are able to get some heat, to go there. Obviously, Ukrainian repair crews are rushing, are scrambling to try to repair. But the problem is the Russian strikes are knocking out the power grid as quickly as they're able to repair. So they really are pleading with the West, and they're coming, but they're pleading for more air defense systems to knock those Russian missiles out of the sky and the drones. And they're pleading for more components and faster repairs. Short of that, they need generators and they need gas turbines. It's already a cold winter, and it's getting colder for Ukrainians.
You mentioned drones there, Doug. Where on earth are they all coming from?
Well, the suspicion is they're coming from Iran. These are Iranian-made, specifically Shahed 136 drones and another model 131 drones. And in return, Russia is said to be giving quite a bit of military and technical support to the Iranians. So they're getting the drones, the Russians, and the Iranians are getting a lot of Russian military know-how. Look, there had been a lull, I would say, a period of 2 to 3 weeks in which we weren't seeing these Iranian drones being used as much. They all of a sudden, Russia started using them again, intensifying the use of the drones around December 9th. So we're going back less than a week now. So what's happened? Have they gotten a new shipment of drones? Have they just gotten sort of a pileup of drones while they were in that pause period? We don't actually know, but we do know, because they've been identified as such, that these are Iranian-made drones. When and how they were delivered from Iran, we don't quite know the details of that. What we do know is that the ones who are actually using these drones, a lot of Russian engineers, power engineers, are the ones who have a big role in directing the drones to their targets. Because let's not forget, Stuart, and this is important, Ukraine's energy grid, up until recently, before the war, was a part of Russia and Belarus's energy grid. What does that mean? It means the Russian engineers and the Russian military, by extension, know exactly where all of Ukraine's power grid and its critical components lie, and they know how to pinpoint them and target them with precision and knock out exactly what they need to knock out to inflict maximum suffering, maximum damage, just when they want and where they want.
Doug, thanks very much. Doug Herbert, our international affairs commentator with today's Global Grid.